Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show with your host, Bill Shelton. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Thanks, Leanne. I'll be brief because we're going to say a little bit more about the transformation of the Grand Haven Golf Club and the development of the retreat. What has happened here? Because we met Jerry through projects we were doing in the central part of the state back in the mid-1980s. And with Jerry, we built a course in East Lansing called Timber Ridge. And then later on, we worked with Jerry to build the Majestic at Lake Walden and also to expand the El Dorado Golf Complex just south of Lansing. And Jerry kept telling me that the best thing he had ever been associated with, and incidentally, he has had many, many projects honored by the golf media and is probably, in my view, the best architect that has roamed this state for the last 40 or so years. But Jerry told me quite adamantly that the best thing that he and his dad had ever done was right over here in Grand Haven, Michigan. And he finally convinced me to come over and look at the property in 1997. And what we saw was what my son Dan calls a Picasso in the attic. It had all of the makings and had been ranked as a top 50 public course for many, many years until about 1993. And Jerry pointed out to me that it was not in the best of condition, that there was a clubhouse that needed to be replaced, and we probably would eventually need a new irrigation system. And we still got involved, and we bought the course from Jerry's family in 1998. Fully realizing that we had to do a lot of things to make this the best place, the best golf club that it could possibly be. And over the last 7 or 8 years, we have done just that.
Bruce Matthews not only designed and built Grand Haven, but he owned the course and lived here. Today, his son, Jerry Matthews, continues the family tradition as an exceptional golf course architect. Jerry's design philosophy remains within the family tradition: create natural, beautiful golf courses, fit the land, and provide ample challenge for the better player while ensuring that the golf is still fun for the mid to high handicappers. Considered one of the premier golf course designers, we are pleased to have with us today Jerry Matthews.
The name of the game back in the 60s was to get people out on the golf course. National Golf Foundation said if you've got 25,000 people and you build a golf course, you'll have 25,000 rounds of golf. But you got to get them through there. He straightened out the fairways because he could take a game mower and run up and down it 6 times and have the fairway mowed. There was no contour mowing. There wasn't much visual aspect to the game then. It was a very, very basic principle, but he made it work. So, when I always thought, and of course my dad was a very conservative gentleman, this became his life. He lived well into his 90s, and I think this golf course helped keep him alive. He became a little set in his ways, as older people seem to, so he wasn't ready to accept some of my concepts of what we might do with this golf course. So, bless him, we just went on until he passed on. And, he would be very proud of what's here today, but he would also probably be very upset at some of the things we did. But he's the one that taught me to go into other golf courses and remodel them and change them and update them. But it's a lot easier to do somebody else's than it is your own. I have found. So I always thought about this golf course, and I had the opportunity about 20 years ago to play Pine Valley. And I think it's one of the second to Cypress Point, the best golf course in this country by far. So I started talking to him about that, and he wasn't too receptive. But the point is that I talked to John Rudy about this place, and I said that this should be Pine Valley East. I'm not sure it ever will be because Pine Valley is Pine Valley, but the concept of what this site has to offer came from what's at Pine Valley, and some of what's at Pine Valley is really not all that good. But that little strip of land down you see through there, and that little par 3, that's the cart path. That's what we're trying to get away from here. So, but the concept of working with grass and sand and manicured grass in a combination is really what we're trying to do here. But this is the look that we're striving to achieve. It'll still take some time. We've come an awful long ways. You know, we got one new little par 3 out there, 13. And of course, number 10 is gone. I still have trouble with the numbers because I will always remember the original golf course numbers till I quit doing this business. But you can sort out the new numbers. But come a long ways. Been some bumps on the road as we tackled this project. But I think the golf course looks so much better. And Jerome is to be complimented for his maintenance. And we're finally getting cart paths, and we're getting a much cleaner look. And I think a much more challenging. We don't want this golf course to be hard at all. We don't want that. That's the trouble with playing with sand and tall grasses. You just don't want to slow play. We're still catering to the majority of the golfers that don't shoot 72. They shoot 102, or maybe not, you know. But golf should be fun. It must be fun for people to come back. It should be enjoyable. So there's a fine line in what we're doing between making it too difficult and still making it a much better golf course. Thank you.